also the problem. If the days have become modern, okay, and you who is living in the modern days, you have not become modern, then you are a problem.
Yourself.
You need to change and shift very fast. I usually tell people that if you enter a room and you feel there is a bad smell in the room, you remove the clothes, the room is smelling. You remove the bed sheets, the room is smelling. You remove the mattress, the room is still smelling. You remove everything in the room and the room is still smelling. It means you are the one who is smelling.
I'm Salom, the only Italian born in Tesla.
Oh, you're an Italian.
Yes, I'm an Italian born in Tesla.
I didn't know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you together?
Yes.
So once you understand that, and then you will know that the realities of life simply needs you to adapt. Are you together?
Yes.
The realities of life simply needs you to adapt. Try to understand what you can do. I always tell people that if in life you cannot do something, then you should not dream for something. Because you cannot dream what you cannot do. Once you start dreaming what you cannot do, you start robbing. Because you don't have it and you want to have it. So I want to encourage people who are following us, especially our youth, that yes, now there is social media. Yes, now there is a modern life. But how is it preparing you? Okay? If the modern...
That's what I was coming to. Is it stealing the ambitions of young people? This comfort zone?
Yes.
Is it in your own view?
Well, those who know how to use it, like me, it cannot steal me.
Your ambitions?
Yes, it can't. Because what would be the modern days? The use of digital media, for example. Now, for me and you, we use digital media for chasing our dreams. My dream is to be a life coach. Is to be a beacon of hope. Is to pass information. Is to share hope. Is to encourage people and to speak to souls. So when I come and I am using the modern trend and the modern spaces now, it means that I am actually not wasting time. Are we together?
Yes.
But this is also the problem. If the days have become modern, okay, and you who is living in the modern days, you have not become modern, then you are a problem.
Yourself.
You need to change and shift very fast. I usually tell people that if you enter a room and you feel there is a bad smell in the room, you remove the clothes, the room is smelling. You remove the bed sheets, the room is smelling. You remove the mattress, the room is still smelling. You remove everything in the room and the room is still smelling. It means you are the one who is smelling. Are you getting?
Yes.
It means you are the one who is smelling. There are some facts that we cannot change. And that is the truth. There are some facts that we cannot change. Like the rise of digital media. We can't change that fact. The only thing we can do is that we can change how we react towards it. And don't waste time on things you cannot change. The US says if you cannot defeat us, then do what? Join us. If you cannot defeat them, then you need to do what? You need to join them. So to a greater extent, it has helped young people, okay, to rise up. It is creating a lot of opportunities. Digital spaces are creating a lot of opportunities. But also to a greater extent, it is defeating, okay? It is defeating the traditions. It is defeating the culture.
How?
I mean, because we've forgotten so many things. We've forgotten so many things. That's why these days, for kids to even know, for kids to know your cultural terms, you have to record them and upload them on TikTok.
Yes.
You get? You have to record them and upload them on TikTok. So if we cannot change, which is true, we cannot change, we must adapt. Okay?
Yes.
We must do what? Adapt. So, ambitions of young people are now very visible, very noticeable. It is our responsibility to help young people to make sure that they package their ambitions to a right cause. But also, I think COVID-19 had a purpose.
It had a purpose. But it brought people become phobia with it.
COVID-19 had a purpose. Do you know that many people did not know so much the value of Zoom, Google Meet until COVID-19 came.
Yeah, yes.
Many people. COVID-19 gave a very strong rise to the use of digital media. COVID-19. And I can tell you, because of that, it is now beginning to challenge, okay? It is beginning to challenge, it is beginning to even give problems to institutions that are not able to adapt. That's why you see already radios are having problems. Just broadcasting on radio without streaming live, you don't have enough audience. Nowadays, even just marketing, okay? If you did a bachelor's in marketing and you cannot have a very fat TikTok page which has a lot of followers, you will hardly be recruited. Because even companies now no longer take their adverts to newspapers. You see, newspapers are now almost disappearing. You know, those days you could wait for 1 p.m. to get breaking news on radio. These days, before 1 p.m. comes,
It's already
on the phone and it is already on TikTok. So it is not stealing the ambitions of young people. It is to a greater opportunity for young people, but it needs us to spend time to teach young people how to use it. I was sharing with my brother that when I visited Nigeria, I learned that maybe because of Nollywood, those guys got inspired to commercialize the digital spaces. In Nigeria, you cannot be a blogger who does not earn out of blogging. If you see any young person, and actually the richest people in Nigeria are the ones who are on media, people who do acting, and that's why you see nowadays, you go on TikTok, the biggest football analysts are Nigerians. They are even now there. Immediately after the game, you see them, the game was like this, the game was like this. So if it is helping us to survive, it is helping us to grow and to earn, let us embrace it.
Well, thank you very much. Let us embrace it. But also, I'm looking at the aspect of parenting in this modern life. It seems like parents are finding it so challenging to nurture children in this modern life, because the child will just trust what the phone gives him than what the parents tell how, or if it is a boy, or what the parent tells him, or what's your reading on this?
Now, parenting is not only today's challenge. I'm not a parent, okay, who has birthed my own kids, but I have raised siblings. You know, my young sister Maggie, and many others have raised siblings. You see, it's just difficult to deal with young people. But also now, parents seem to be giving up to say, this generation, you just have to pray. You know, this generation, you have to pray. And yet prayer without work cannot give you results. So it is true that it has endangered the norms of parenting. Those days, to parent, to discipline a child, you had to call a child home, put the child down, and give a child some strokes. These days, disciplining a child is, if a child is in Kampala and has done a mistake, you call a child on a video call and say, I heard you did this, but I want you to know that I love you. You get it?
Yes.
So if you cannot reach that trend, you realize that it becomes difficult. But I want to talk to parents out there who are following. I mean, we still have a noble responsibility in guiding our kids. And our responsibility begins with ensuring that, one, that kids, even when they get exposed, we can no longer say that kids should not get exposed to phones or iPhones. They get exposed to iPads. My young sister yesterday called me. She's in P5. She said, no, I need a phone. I see you train people online. I need to be following. P5. Okay? We cannot avoid that. But let us draw kids closer to church. There's a way church teaches kids morality. I mean morals. Teaches kids what?
Morals.
It teaches kids morals. There's a way church disciplines and shapes the mindset of what? Of a child. At the end of the day, if we get close to church, and as parents we don't give up on our children, and we encourage them that even when you're on social media, I want you to be doing A, B, C, D. It will be very productive.
Well, thank you very much. It has been so much interesting to have a very big conversation with the Emma the Great, Papalo Ikara, and we really want to thank you for coming and honoring our invitation. Maybe your last word as we...
Okay, my last word. You see, out there are a lot of people who are battling with a lot of challenges and difficulties. You see people moving, you see people dressed, but inside people are bleeding and tortured. And I usually tell people that sometimes life is about these very things that we face. But I want to encourage somebody who is following us out there that even when it seems to be very tough, even when it seems to be very difficult, even when it seems like you have completely lost it, I don't want you to give up. You see, there are times in life where you even pray to God, and then you begin to feel as if even God no longer answers your prayers. Because you're praying Monday to Friday, but nothing is changing. Maybe you've tried business, but every time you try business, it doesn't work. You have tried marriage, but every time you try marriage, it doesn't work. You have tried relationships. Every time you try a relationship, it does not work. You've even tried educating your kids, but every time you try taking a child to school, it does not work. Your kids are always the last in what? In class. I want to emphasize and encourage people who are following that every life has a meaning as long as you understand your purpose, as long as you define your journey, as long as you believe in yourself. I want you to live with hope. That's number one. I want you to live with hope. Number two, I want you to live with courage that I will always overtake it. That's number two. Number three, I want you to believe that at some points in life, this reality will reward me. That is it. I usually tell people that even if you come from the most poorest or humblest families, it means that God wants to give you an opportunity to birth a better background out of you. Stop looking at your background and judge yourself out of it. Stop listening to what people say and judge yourself out of it. Stop looking at the academic papers you don't have and judge yourself out of it. Stop looking at what the world has painted on you and judge yourself out of it. I want you to believe yourself. I want you to understand yourself. I want you to define your journey, know your vision, and commit to the things you believe most that they will work in life. And trust me, you will win.
All right, thank you very much. Emma the Great, Papalo Ikaya. I want to thank my man behind the camera, Saidi comedian. Thank you so much. I remain James Salong, the only Italian born in Teso.
Oh, you're an Italian.
Yes, I'm an Italian.
I didn't know.
Thank you.
Thank you.